So I'm sitting at the place where I volunteer next to the daisies, and it's like on and off storming, so I keep running inside or like to my car. But I've already done videos about daisies and how to deal with them when they're dead, when they need to be deadheaded. But I just wanted to make or show you a specific thing that will really help when you're deadheading. So this is a pile that I've already deadheaded. They're pretty tall. And what I wanted to show you is that you can see that there are barely any leaves. These are the stems that I cut off. There's some new leaves here, but it's a really good idea to deadhead before they get that size, because for some reason, maybe this side gets more sun, I don't know. The new leaves have already grown taller, so you kind of have to like really follow the stem and get down there. They're wet, so they're not breaking off easily to get the stem off. But when they're like this, you can just quickly and easily get to them and cut them without cutting any of the leaves. So it's way faster. So I just got all those out. And besides, you can see they're already way past their blooming time, so they don't even look that good anyway for a while. So yeah, so in other words, get to them quickly. Otherwise you're doing this. Trying not to cut leaves. And cutting some leaves. So, but here, boom, 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 boom. Easy. Oh, that's not one. You know what I mean? Okay, it's starting to rain really hard. See how fast that is? Yeah, I already got this whole area done. It's pretty much the same size as this area within like 2 minutes. And look at this huge pile that I have. This huge bouquet. Hey, so that was September, and now it is the end of May. It's actually Memorial Day, and this is what the daisies look like today. Here they are. These are the two different clumps. This clump right here was the one that was a lot shorter and easier to prune, and then this is the one that already had a lot of leaf growth. They're both pretty similar in growth. Let's see what's in there. There's a daisy bud in that one, and also in this one. Actually, that looks like a leaf. But they're pretty similar in growth. Anyway, I just wanted to show you their progress, and maybe I'll come back again once they're flowering before I post the video. One I trimmed all the way to the ground, and this one is the one that's... No, sorry. This is the one that I trimmed before the leaves grew in, and this one is the one that was trimmed after the leaves grew in. Hey, so I'm back where I volunteer, and as you can see, we've had a lot of growth. This one right here, that's the section where I cut it before the leaves started growing in, and this one is the one where I cut it one by one, like weaving through, trying not to cut the new leaves that had grown in. They're a little different. One's taller than the other. I'm not sure if maybe they're different varieties or not, but I mean, that could explain why this one started growing leaves before this one. But I didn't plant them, so I'm not sure, but they do look very similar. It's July now. They're already starting to fade a little bit. can tell because the yellow centers are brownish. This one on this side has new flowers opening up and also a bunch of buds at various heights. And stages. This one looks like, yeah, it has some too. Since we're at this stage, you can start deadheading. Just try to find a bud along the stem if you can. If you don't see one, then just cut really at any spot. Oh my god, there's a tiny frog right there. The flowers that come off of the original flower, like this one, they don't tend to ever be as big as the original flush. Here's another example of the original flower, and then this is a smaller version that is growing from right there. I call them armpits, but that's not the correct name, I'm sure. You can see right there, there's another bud coming from that stem, and then even another one down here. So you could cut above that bud, leaving those two to flower, and then you take these ones. Although these still look kind of nice, so you could just leave them. These ones are clearly further along than the others. They're brown, but the petals still look pretty nice. This is the other side. Those are the two that I've been focusing on, but there are more here. Here's the original flower. You can see it's bigger and spent. And from down here, we have a second one that's smaller. And this one is even smaller, coming from the other side. So I'm just gonna cut off the one right here, and that will give more strength to the ones that are left. Let's start from the ground. Here is the bottom of the stem with growth for next year already coming up, and you go all the way up to the first set of leaves. There's a potential bud right here. And, oops, that's the first set actually, with a potential bud, another potential bud. And then above this leaf, we have 3 flowers, or 3 stems. This thicker stem was the original flower, and then these 2 came later. If you follow them, the original is taller, spent, and these are smaller and still blooming, so we'll cut the original as far as we can without cutting the ones that are new. There, and that leaves these 2 to do their thing. And then once these 2 are spent, you'll just cut either one or both of them off. You can keep going up until the spent bud, or the new bud, so you could cut right here. Or you could cut right here, giving this one the extra strength.